single damn thing that is going to be on that table. That can be expensive. Ted Jenkin, Oxygen Financial, let's avoid that.
Yeah, definitely. Just because you're hosting Thanksgiving doesn't mean that you need to spend a fortune.
And this year,
a lot of people do.
This year at the Bailey household, I opened my big mouth and invited more people than we have chairs.
Ooh. Did you not run that one by the significant other?
Yeah. Two of the couples I was drinking when I invited them. The other couple, I forgot that we were. That's why I told Nate, because he usually comes over to the house, him and Alexis, his fiance. And I was like, you're not going to hurt my feelings if you don't come this year.
So you waved him off. You're like, look, man, I can wave you off.
Uninvited.
Uninvited.
But uninvited. I just said
you basically did.
No, I just said it wouldn't hurt my feelings if you didn't show up.
Passive aggressively uninvited.
Yeah, Nate, how'd it go?
It's okay.
way to go, Bailey.
So how can people save some cash?
Well, look, if you made the mistake that you made and you invited too many people, you can sort of retread this and talk about having a potluck party. Just because you're the host doesn't necessarily mean that you have to make everything. You may tell your guests that you're going to make the main dish, but you would expect that people would bring something, maybe an appetizer or a side dish or a dessert. And then this way, you have a reasonable amount of people at your house. You're hosting. You're paying for the main stuff. You may even put out the booze, but getting people sort of come to a potluck party is a great way to save some cash and try different dishes.
No, you're right. That's the way to do it. That's a Rickman Thanksgiving for sure. We all bring stuff to the table and everything. Bachelors just make their servants do it, but different strokes.
And now that they've passed that whole law with those certain types of people serving those other certain types of people, this year's Thanksgiving is going to be a little odd at the Bachelors.
It is, Bailey. We're all going to have to chip in and do a little cooking this year.
Now, do you cater to the ego of your guests and say to them, bring your specialty? Because sometimes that can bite you in the ass when they're like, look at this upside down onion burger. And you're like, what is that? Just like, it's awesome.
You have to do that. You have to say, we know that we heard that your spinach dip is unbelievable, or you make a great mac and cheese side, or whatever it may be. And if you don't like it, you just put a little bit on your plate and then you just, chuck it in the garbage after. That's all.
That's Uncle Johnny. He's known for his 7-layer dip.
It's the one thing that doesn't match with the rest of the food.
You're like, okay, Johnny.
What else, Ted?
Well, one thing you could do, and I know this is going to sound completely counterintuitive because it's Thanksgiving, but if turkey's gotten very expensive. If you go in today and you look at a 20-pound turkey, it's very expensive. So you may try some sort of alternative dish. We did this 2 years where we did turkey tacos. So you get ground up turkey meat and you make turkey tacos, or you do turkey chili, or you do something else and you have a bunch of side dishes. I know that's going to sound un-American to you, Steve.
It does.
But we're talking about some people being on a budget. And I'll tell you, there's this fear of missing out we talked about, and we've talked about it before. But if you can't afford it, sometimes you have to say, no, I can't do all of that.
You're missing the whole tradition. The Pilgrims slaughtered the Native Americans, not the Mexicans. Okay,
yeah, no doubt.
So for you bringing tacos to the table and for us to give thanks, that's not cool.
Who'd you vote for? Fidel Castro in this last election? I mean, what are you, turkey tacos?
Who has turkey tacos for Thanksgiving?
I've done it for 2 Thanksgivings. It's pretty damn good.
Now, I know there's cool ways to do it. Like you can cook it traditional. The deep frying became a really cool thing years ago. And deep frying turkey's still an easy way to do it. But I think it's got to be regular turkey. I don't think you can start making turkey stew or tacos.
No, you got to have the traditional cutting.
There's got to be a cutting.
You got to get the wishbone.
Yeah.
You got to do all that stuff.
Yeah, you do. And there has to be the man of the house. That's your job, Ted, and your job, Bailey, to cut that.
At Ted's house, afterwards, we go out back and hit a piñata.
That's an excellent idea.
Why not?
Okay, so turkey alternatives. I haven't heard that one.
Look, I mean, one thing you've got to do really, honestly, is shop ahead, because it's very easy at this time. If you go in over the weekend here during this week and you start loading up for next week, if you've got no list and no plan about what you're going to buy, this is what happens to people at the regular groceries, but it gets worse during holiday time. You start just picking up all kinds of extra stuff, and then you're left with too many leftovers. It's nice to have some leftovers, but too many because you don't keep it simple and make a list when you go to the grocery store.
I will tell you this, that if you do buy your turkey at Kroger, sometimes there's different prices of turkeys, different tiers of turkeys.
Yeah.
And if you wait until the last minute, usually you can get in on one of those manager special stickers, those bright orange
ones. You got to get rid of them.
They're easy to peel off and put on an upper tier turkey.
Wow.
Tier turkey.
That's just wrong.
And you can save upwards of about $10.
So what are the different grades? You got big, medium, large, and then you got, for those people that really want to get a cheap turkey, hurt turkey. Turkeys that were hurt and they died because they were missing a leg.
To be honest with you, I don't know the difference between the turkeys. I don't know know what the difference is. Just outside of the price.
Damaged turkeys.
I don't know. I'm guessing it's the size.
I'm not advising on the bait and switch with the stickers. I'm not.
Oh, yes, that's what Bailey does, man. You don't switch your damn stickers on your turkey. Everybody's like, price check. Then you get called as a liar in front of your family. You're like, oh, Daddy shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, it sucks when that happens.
But I'm sure it's rare. I'm sure you get away with it about half the time.
He's got the 20-pound butterball turkey for $2.99. Nobody up front knows how he got it.
I just grabbed it.
What else, Ted?
Well, look, I think Nathans is trying to do this here, right? Just try to invite yourself over somebody else's house. That's a good idea. Way to save money. Just say, hey, we got no family in the area. Maybe you do and you don't want to see them. But if you don't have family in the area, invite yourself over to somebody's house.
Yeah, you spend $5, make a tater tot dish, and there you go. You got a whole meal.
Bang. That's a big savings.
Right there. Wow, Bailey, if he doesn't show, you're going to miss out on your tater tot dish.
What'd you bring last year? The tater tot dish, did you not?
Maybe. I brought deviled eggs and something else.
Yeah, he doesn't really come to the table with much.
He's not bringing much.
I'm a good cook.
The second he walks in, he's eating everything.
Yeah, he comes in, he just takes last year's leftovers and makes it presentable for this year.
Yeah, see, I'm fortunate. At least I have a wife that really cooks well, so we come in with like 5 dishes, so I'm always good.
Well, you have to, because you got to show out at the backyards. You can't just show up with Nathan's tater tot special.
No. They would actually come to me and go, we'd like your friend to eat outside, or can he leave? I'm like, I'll talk to him.
We're going to put Steve at the kids' table this year.
The beauty is you have no cleanup after that when you go over somebody else's house. You could bring a couple dishes. To be less than $10. That's a low-cost Thanksgiving.
That's true.
Can I add to your list, if you're single, break up with your girlfriend before Thanksgiving so you don't have to either spend it with her annoying family or fork out money to go to a restaurant, and then the day of find a grocery store that's open and get a to-go turkey thing and watch some football by yourself.
I've had breakups on Thanksgiving. That's not, definitely before Christmas. And
Been there, done that.
Then you work it out sometime in mid-January. Maybe we should get back.
That's another tip for Christmas, too. If you don't want to buy her a prize, you break up with her 2 weeks before Christmas and you save some cash and then get back together with her on New Year's and say it's a new start.
I made a mistake.
6A, break up with girlfriend.
All right, what else you got? One more tip.
One thing on here is if you're not going to do it with the side dish, we talked about potluck meals, is to do a BYOB. And I know that may sound out of line, but you don't necessarily have to provide all the booze. And when you do a holiday like this, some people want cocktails, some people want wine, some people want spritzers. Before you know it, you could spend $100+ just on alcohol alone.
Yeah.
And so you can tell people, look, bring what you want to drink. We'll have mixers and stuff like that, but bring what you like to drink, or otherwise you're trying to figure out what everybody likes to drink. And if you have 20 or 30 people over your house, it can cost you a lot of money just to fill the place.
And stick to your guns. If they don't bring anything, they don't drink.
Yeah.
And you make sure that. He's like, where'd you get that beer? That's not yours. You don't have to go home, but you got to go. You get off my beer. All right, Ted, how can people find you? I'm sure you have more to this list as well, right?
Yeah, this is a great list to save money on Thanksgiving. In fact, there's about 6 weeks to go in the year. If you want to save money on taxes, go to oxygenfinancial.net right now and get your list on the 10 top tax deductions that you can get right before the end of the year. It's coming right down the stretch. Don't pay more than you should. Go to oxygenfinancial.net.
Fast, when are you on television this week?
I'm doing the closing bell at 4 o'clock on Thursday on CNBC. If you're around, check it out.
There you go.
All right, headlines. Round number 2, Brandy, what do you got?
We have a lane for 4 at Midtown Bowl for Rock 1.5.